Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day to everyone. My name is Ajo Akilim bin Asri. My metric numbers is 240000123. So today I will present for my subject IIP1010 Syariah Principles in Islamic Economics. Okay. So today I will be talking about how the Islamic economic system is different from the conventional one, focusing in three important aspects: motivation, ownership, and decision making. So, brothers and sisters, the world today is driven by economics. Every nation, company, and individual makes decision about how they use the money or how they earn it, how they spend, how they grow the money. But not all economic systems are the same. The Islamic economic system stands out as one that combines material progress with moral and spiritual guidance. It is not just about profit, but about justice, balance, and most importantly, obedience to Allah. Okay. In the conventional economic system, the main motivation is profit maximization, or we can say self interest. People and companies make decisions primarily to gain the highest possible return. Success is measured by material wealth of someone, of how much money you can make, how big your business can grow, or how much capital you can accumulate. So, there is nothing inherently wrong with seeking profit, but in the conventional system, there are no moral boundaries on how profit is earned. As long as it's legal in man made law, this can lead to greed, exploitation, and inequality for rich people and poor people. Example, interest-based banking benefits the rich people while it's caging the poor in endless debt. However, in the Islamic economic system, motivation is different. The goal is not just about profit, but falah, meaning success in, in dunya wal akhirah, in this world and the hereafter. Muslims are encouraged to seek wealth, but in a halal and ethical way. The Prophet Muhammad SAW said, "The truthful and trustworthy merchant will be with the prophets, the truthful and the martyrs." Hadith riwayat Tirmizi. So, this hadith shows that business and economics in Islam are acts of worship when done sincerely and justly. Muslims are motivated not only by financial reward, but also by spiritual satisfaction and social responsibility. So, while conventional economics asks, how much can I gain? The Islamic question is, how can I earn and spend in a way that pleases Allah? Or we can say, to gain redha Allah. Okay, we move to the next aspect. The second aspect is ownership. In the conventional system, ownership is absolute. Individuals or corporations have complete control over their property and wealth. They can use it in any way they like, even if it harms others, as long as it's within the law. Wealth is seen as a personal right in conventional, also independent of moral or social obligations. But in Islam, ownership belongs to ultimately to Allah. Humans are not absolute owners of their wealth. We are the trustees or Khalifah who manage the resources that Allah has provided to us. The Quran says, Auzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim, وآتوهم مما لله الذي آتاكم. Sadaqallahu azim. Surah An-Nur, ayah 33. Meaning, and give them from the wealth of Allah which He has given you. This verse reminds us that wealth is not truly ours. We have the right to use it or enjoy our wealth or get benefit from it, but we also have a duty to use it responsibly and fairly with others. That is why in Islam, wealth circulation is so important. Islam forbids hoarding and encourages sharing through zakah, sadaqah, and waqf. This mechanism ensures that wealth flows throughout society, helping the poor and reducing inequality. Okay. In contrast, the conventional system often leads the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. The rich become richer and the poor become poorer. But in Islam, balance personal rights with social responsibility. It teaches that while we can own property, we must use it for the benefits of all, not just ourselves. That is how Islam shows that ownership. Okay, next to the we go to the third aspect is decision making. Meaning the decision making meaning how economic system made in both system, how the decision making in conventional and Islamic system. Okay. In the conventional economic system, decisions are usually based on self-interest and market forces. Firms produce goods that generates the highest profit regardless of whether they benefit society or harm the environment. Consumers buy based on desire, not necessity. Governments often measure success by GDP growth, not by moral or social well-being. This type of decision making often ignores ethics and values. For example, industries like alcohol, gambling, or pornography are considered profitable sectors in the conventional system. But in Islam, these are strictly haram. In contrast, decision making in the Islamic economic system is guided by the Sharia. Every economic decision must align with moral values, justice, and social welfare. Muslims cannot in invest in or support anything that goes against the teaching of Islam. For instance, in Islamic finance, big banks make decisions not based on interest, riba, but on risk sharing and ethical partnership through systems like mudarabah and musharakah. This ensures that wealth is generated through real economic activity, not through exploitation or speculation. Moreover, in Islam, decision must consider the maqasid sharia. Why? Because the objective of Islamic law, which is aimed to protect faith, life, intellect, lineage, and wealth. So every choice that Muslim, whether by a business or a government or an individual, must uphold these values to ensure justice and harmony to all people. Okay. In conclusion, brothers and sisters, the Islamic economic system is not just a set of financial rules. It, it, it is a way of life. It shapes how we think about wealth, how we use it, how why we seek the wealth, why we seek the money. So to summarize my presentation, in motivation, Islam aims for falah, which is spiritual and worldly success, not just profit, which means success in dunya wal akhirah. Secondly, motivation. Islam views wealth as a trust from Allah, not absolute property, not absolute, not ultimate ownership. The third, decision making. Islam ensures all actions must follow moral and Sharia principle. Okay. Therefore, while the conventional system focus on material success, the Islamic system combines material, moral, and spiritual dimensions, which will create balance, fairness, and compassion. As Muslims, our economy is not merely about earning and spending, but it is about serving Allah through responsible and ethical use of wealth. If humanity followed this principle, our world will be much more peaceful, stable, and sustainable. Dear brothers and sisters, as we look at the world today filled with inequality, debt, corruption, and greed, we might feel that justice is far away. But Islam gives us hope. Hope that a system based on faith and fairness can bring balance to our lives. Hope that Allah, that by following Allah's guidance, we can build an economy that serves people, not enslaves them. Hope that one day wealth will circulate fairly and no one will sleep hungry while others lives in luxuries. As Allah promised in the Quran, Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim, uh, meaning, and whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect. Surah At-Talaq, ayat 2 till 3. If we return to the principles of the Islamic economic system, such as honesty, justice, compassion, and trust in Allah, we will then find that there is always hope for a better or more peaceful world. I think that's all for my presentation today. Uh, so I hope we all people can gain fairness, compassion, faith in Islamic economies in the future and hereafter. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.